Welcome to the Bob and Tam Show today, live from Sturgis, South Dakota. We're actually right here on Main Street, right in front of Loud American. Got some music playing. Let us know if you hear any of that. There's some Kid Rock playing right now. If you hear it, we may have to move a little bit here to shift. We were out to full throttle today. It was very crowded. They started to cook food inside, and they got like an hour to 2 hour wait for food. They should have stuck with the guys out back cooking because you didn't have to wait. They pretty much kept the burgers at least going and everything else. So I don't know. I think they're trying to get the kitchen up and going, but to have their busiest day ever right now.
Yeah, because this is the last day of their bikes, cars, and guitars.
Yeah.
So you knew a lot of people was coming because they wanted to get that last grand prize ticket because they're giving away some free VIP passes to Full Throttle. How about that?
So it's pretty good. But I mean, they were back there doing a little bit of construction and stuff, but not a lot going on. So I really didn't have a lot of content. And being that the food, it was already 2 o'clock and we hadn't ate yet. And they kept telling her 10 more minutes, 15 more minutes. And finally said, let's just come out here. We'll get something to eat. It is starting to sprinkle a little bit. Once again, bring your rain gear if you're coming to the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally. Be prepared because you never know when. Today, they weren't predicting any more rain today and had a 10% chance. And here we got a couple drops. Hopefully won't turn into any more than that. And but other than that, everything's going really well. Some of the vendors.
All your stuff?
On one of them, I need to do one more. You got to keep talking.
So, Marlinda, we went out there. The band was pretty good. They were playing like some 50s and 60s and 70s. So what I heard of it, we weren't there too awful long, but the band was pretty good. They had a lot of cool cars out there and bikes. So I think this is also the grand finale of the show contest too for that. There's Beth. She's on. Hi, Beth. How you doing? She lives right down here in Sturgis. We'll probably see her tomorrow night at the city council meeting. We're going to have another city council meeting. I think they're going to discuss parts about the flat track and stuff like that. So Chip's on. I don't know. I didn't get to see what Marlinda said. Sorry, I missed it. Yeah, it was pretty good. Chip says, hey, guys, look at the radar. I put my glasses on because I can't see either one. Look at the radar, and rain is on your way unless it dissipates as it can. It's sprinkling now. The sidewalk isn't all the way wet, but you can still see a little bit of the concrete amongst the raindrops. So
we can make it under the cover there if worst comes to worst. I don't know how if the music's any louder underneath there, but we'll see what happens. But I mean, right now it's not pouring down rain. My back's getting a little bit wet here.
Yeah, Loud America is where we're at, right here on Main Street.
Over our head.
Chip wants to know how Neil's doing. He's good. He's situated right now. Some very kind people down here in Sturgis took him in, and I think he's got a plane ride out on Monday. So he's really kind of bummed that he's going to miss most of the rally. He didn't get to go to Piedmont, American Legion, didn't get to see Wyatt. So, just send your prayers out to him and wish him good luck and everything's going on. Year. That's right.
There's always things that can happen. That's one of the things you always have to think about. I think about that because there's a lot of times when there was a guy out here that owns some adventure bikes and said, "Hey, you guys go out in the woods and you could do some adventure riding and all that." And I'm like, not before the rally because that's what I said. What would happen if I fell off, I hit a log, broke my leg, then I'd be screwed. So in that case, you got to think about that kind of stuff. That something could happen to you when you're out here.
Never know.
Just like. Sometimes like we do, we take a lot of zinc and vitamins, stuff like that anyway. But, during this time, you might want to take a little bit more because you don't want to get here and get sick. It's like a lot of people during 2020, some people ended up with COVID when they were out here and got sick. Most of them was more towards the end of the rally, not so much, which there might have been some here before, which I actually think there was, but that's a whole nother story. But you just never know when you come to a rally. You hope for the best. You hope you don't get sick. But I mean, we've been on vacation and I've been sick before. She's gotten sick before when we've gone on vacation.
Well, last year, remember almost all the rallies, I just had that horrible cough. I don't know what it was and why. I don't know if it was just allergies, just we kept moving from Florida and this and that and the other. And
there they go by with, they got the rain gear on.
Yeah. Can you stand there getting turned? I think there they are. Two of them.
A lot of motorcycles already showing up. Like I say, there's a lot of vendors already showing up. A lot of the ones selling T-shirts out here on Junction and LaSalle, they're open. So they've already got their tents wide open, which I don't know how the permit works because I thought you could get a 2-week permit, but we're more than 2 weeks out. We're 3 weeks out, really. I think we're 12 days right now from opening day. So I would have thought they could have opened next Friday would be the soonest they could open. But some of the vendors here I know are going to open Wednesday or Thursday of next week. Was another bike? They do not have their rain gear on. Shorts and flip flops.
There you go. There's Lisa and Joe. No.
And so, yep, there's some here. And but yeah, it's overall everything's been really good. There's a few things
12 days to Sturgis.
we're going to talk a little bit about today. We've had a couple people come on my Facebook page and wanted to know what we thought about coming early versus the rally. What do we like better? So let me explain, because I actually got a little bit more prospect, a little more thought into it this year. Because things, we've had a lot of rain this so far since we've been here. So there's a lot of times we're in the truck, we're not riding the bike as much as I thought I would. Bike broke down the other day, which that's going to be another video. So just to let you know, that happened on one of the days. It was a good day, a sunny day to ride, and that didn't happen. But what we were thinking about with before, after the rally, first of all, what you'd have to ask yourself is, am I only coming for the bands, and am I only interested in getting my bike worked on? Because before the rally here, there's nobody here yet. Nobody here to do any work on you at all. So you're either taking it to Harley-Davidson, to the Indian dealer, or some of the independent shops here. You know, JP Cycles is open all the time. They don't have a real big inventory there. I actually wanted a gallon jug of bug slide the other day, and they don't have any. So they don't have as big a stock here as what you would see down in the Daytona store. Because Daytona store has such a big stock because Teddy Morris is next door, and they come over a lot to buy parts to fix bikes that they have over there that they don't stock the parts at the Harley dealer. So that'd be the first thing. But when it comes to riding, yes, this is the best time to be here. Even before, because we're not even in the pre-rally yet.
No.
Pre-rally doesn't start till next Saturday. So we're still 6 days out before the official pre-rally starts, which is what Black Hills Harley does. But their dealers will be rolling in on Wednesday, and some of them will open like Rick Rack and stuff. They'll probably be open on Thursday or maybe even Wednesday afternoon. They may still already
Wednesday
be open.
I know that's after the pre-rally. Okay.
So that Wednesday, yeah, the Wednesday of the week is when all the rest of the vendors will be in. So by the time you get here, so just about like us, we used to come, which I've told you all this 100 times. We used to come Thursday to Thursday because we had 2 weeks off. Took us 3 days to ride here, 3 days to ride home, had one extra day in case something happened. That's how we did it. Why I picked that, I don't know. But that's how we used to do it when we used to ride to Sturgis on the motorcycle, or when she rode, that's how we did it. Because they only had 2 weeks of vacation. So we never stayed later in the week. So this year, we see a lot of our subscribers, a lot of you, a lot of people I talk to on Facebook and stuff too, that a lot of people are coming pre-rally, and a lot of people are leaving that first Saturday or Sunday, or even Monday, they're going to be gone already. So that's really, it's kind of like Glencoe, which we'll talk about Glencoe in a minute. It's kind of a big mess right now if you're somebody that likes to come to Glencoe early.
Yeah.
But we're talking about this again is I like pre-rally. George is sitting with us now. He doesn't want to be on camera. So he can type on there and say, hi, everybody. So George is sitting across from me, had lunch with us today. And he was kind of saying the same thing. He's really enjoyed. He's been here. How many weeks you been here?
A month.
A month now. So he's been here a whole month. Now he had family and everything come out, and they're staying out in Deadwood. But he's having, it's a more relaxing time. Easier to ride, easier to get places. The traffic, there's not really any real traffic that you really have to deal with. Unless you're going down to Rapid City. Rapid City gets really hectic down there during the evening, in the morning, because people are going to work and stuff like that. But out here in Deadwood, Sturgis, Spearfish, traffic's really not that bad anywhere you're going. Now, you might run into, which we've had out in Spearfish Canyon, we had somebody doing 25 miles an hour in their car, that they couldn't even do 35, which is the speed limit on the speed limit. So that's kind of crazy. But you got to put up with that. That's part of tourism, or just some old farts that live here that don't know how to drive anymore. But that happens too. We almost got ran over at the Pets Club the other day. The girl told me, get out of the way. This guy that can't see and he can't drive. You can see his license plate had already been dented because he hits the wooden pole there. They said sooner or later he's going to knock that pole down, because I was standing behind the pole, and they're like, no, he's probably going to drive through the pole one day, scoot over. I'm like, all right. So they're like, stop. And I can see the dents in his license plate from hitting the 4x4. So yeah, that guy probably shouldn't drive it anymore. There's a Thunder.
Yep.
Got a little thunder going on. Raining a little harder now. People that were sitting out here, I think they moved over. Still not too awful wet. So that's one of the advantages of coming early. The second thing is, well, there's actually several things. One is you can find a lot cheaper place to stay because they haven't upped the rates yet. If you're coming out during the 4th of July weekend, you might pay a little more because it is a big tourist area here. Second thing that I didn't find out till this year that I've figured out, that overall, like the restaurants and the businesses you deal with, people are nicer before the rally starts. One, I think it's because the people live here their whole life and that's what they deal with. George brought it up that maybe during the rally, I kind of said because so many outsiders come into work, but also it's a very stressful time. You know, these restaurants are going to be packed here. They're going to, it's constantly moving. I said there's always that guy that's an a-hole that's complaining about everything, and the waitress is trying to deal with him. And, some people you just can't please no matter what you do. So that's one of the other advantages of coming. Some of these restaurants, like we're a lot American. We were over at the Sturgis Brewing House. We've been down at the Sugar Shack. The girls that work there are just phenomenal. They're so nice. They're so polite. They keep your drinks filled. It's very refreshing compared to us traveling around. Because like I've told a lot of you, it's hard for us to even say we've had 6 good waiter or waitresses around the country as we travel. So it's hard, which we do. We usually bring them on camera if we do get a good one. So you see how often that is. Not very often. But here we do see that. And so that's another advantage of coming. Here's the reason why you want to be here for a rally. Now, I always tell people it's good to at least be here for the first weekend, Saturday and Sunday, because that's going to be your biggest crowd. You're going to see the most excitement. You're going to see, like right now, like George said, he's kind of getting bored. There's just not a lot to do other than go riding and stuff. But if this place is packed, you could just people watch.
Yeah.
You could just watch the bikes riding up and down Main Street. We've had, 2 bikes ride down since we started the video.
Well, that one noisy guy that keeps revving his engine
he's come
up and
through here
down.
like 3 times now. But so we haven't had a whole lot of bikes drive by us. So there's not, other than watching it rain right now. And
Well, is it any safer there, George?
we'll see. Scoot under the umbrella a little more.
Yep.
And it's still not raining too hard, but we could head for the underneath of it
Not
has
to
to
get my
be.
back wet.
So that's something. Plus, if you want to get anything on your bike, maybe you don't want to get anything fixed. So one of the other questions people always ask me is, why do you get your bike fixed? Why do you get all your work done at a rally? Well, the reason I go to the rally, we'll pick on a Harley dealer. Not saying anything wrong with a Harley dealer getting your bike worked on, but if you wanted to go to the Harley dealer and get a new slip-on muffler, they're either going to sell you a Harley-Davidson one, or they're going to sell you the 4 that they have in the rack. I don't know. Go over there and look. I think it's time for us to move. We're going to move. What? Is it almost gone?
It is including. Come down now.
Yeah.
All right. Let me get around here without killing myself. Get the camera too wet.
Where are you going to sit?
I guess I'll sit this way.
All right.
Sit here at the fire pit. Should get the rest of the junk. We're back. Let me raise this up. So hopefully the music's not too loud. Let me listen on the radio here. So we're under the roof now. We're sitting here at the, they got the fire pit here. Have you ever seen this fire pit going? I don't think I've ever seen it going either. And,
It's the power to heal hearts.
what the heck are we watching now? Commercial.
Oh, there you go.
I wanted to hear how it sounded if I'm going to hear any music on there.
I know. You can do mine.
I got it on now.
So while he's doing that, I'll talk a little bit so you can't hear the music, hopefully.
Yeah, I don't hear any music. So if you guys hear any music, let us know so we don't get a copyright claim here.
So I'll do my countdown. It says 12 days to Sturgis. That would be August 1st. So even less than that for pre-rally. Ocean City's 52 days away. Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue, 73 days away. Biketoberfest is 88 days away. How about that? The Biketoberfest is going to be our last rally. Don't forget about Biketoberfest and that great app that they have. If you're thinking about going, if you can't make it here and you live down there somewhere close by and you want to make it, that's a great rally to go to, and we'll be there, and we can meet up with you there if we don't get to see you here.
Yep. So it's a countdown. And so that's kind of what I was saying before was why I get my bike fixed there, just like I was explaining the slip-on mufflers. Also here, it's like speeds down here. They probably have done since rallies, well, even during Sturgis here, they probably are going to install more cams than what your Harley dealer does in a year. because and so you're getting people just like Joey with handlebars. He sells so many of them, the fat tire kits, things like that. He does so many of those, he could do them in his sleep. And when people watch the videos, they're like, oh, he's not doing that right. He's going too fast. And it's like, same thing you do, whatever your job is. If you have a job that it's just routine for you to do that, it's not a big deal because it's a pattern that you do all the time. It'd be like me telling George here, you edit my video tonight. Well, he's never done it, so he has no idea. Well, with me, it's still going to take me a couple hours to edit a video, but I don't need to, if it was my first time, it might take me a day or two to do it. Well, once you get used to doing something, it's not that, it doesn't take you as long as if it was your first time, or maybe you only do 1 or 2 a year. You got to remember what you did last time. So that's one of the reasons that I like to have my bike worked on during the rally. So that's the parts that I would ask if you're thinking about coming. Yes, coming before the Black Hills is wonderful all the time. Now, you do have to watch. We had snow here a couple of weeks before we arrived, which would have been May, I guess. I think about the middle of May, they had snow out in Deadwood. And so it can snow. It snowed here in August already. The first year we ever came to the rally here, it was 35 degrees that night, and it snowed flurries. It didn't stick, but we had snow flurries. So anything is possible. We've already had hail since we've been out here. Yeah, got the picture on that one video that started the hail coming down. So, yes, you have no idea what you're going to have. Yesterday, there was bad thunderstorm warnings, all this stuff. We were out at the full throttle. I think it sprinkled for, 5 minutes maybe. I didn't even get the parking lot fully wet, and that was it. And now George this morning said it rained out in Deadwood, but it didn't rain here at all this morning. So that's the weird thing about here. It's kind of like Florida. You could be somewhere, probably in the Black Hills, somewhere, probably rains every day, just depending on where you're at. Because it's this is a lot like Florida, where in the afternoon, now today's a cool day. We only got up to probably around in the low 70s probably today. And so like now
75 right now.
75 right now. So this should be the hottest part of the day, around 4 or 5 o'clock during the day. It's supposed to be your warmest time. So I don't know. So there's my indication of what I think about pre-rally, rally. I always tell people, when people always talk to me and they ask my advice, I always say, come the week before, depending on how long you plan on staying. If you're only coming out for a week, come out on Monday of the rally, pre-rally, and then leave on the Monday of the actual rally starts. That way you can see some of the excitement and stuff. But if you're coming for the concerts, which we do have music during the week, which I think they might do it this Wednesday, or probably the last week they'll do it. They have music on Main Street here on Wednesdays. Spearfish has music on Fridays. Deadwood, do they have it every week? Wednesdays is theirs. And but they do a lot of stuff on Saturday. Like right now, the 76 rodeo is going on. So that started this weekend. So that's all going on. Actually, I guess it's about over.
Adventure Bike Week too.
Yeah, Adventure Bike Week was going on this. We had a lot of, somebody would said that a while ago, they're like, man, there's too many off-road dirt bikes running around. What the heck is going on? I said, it's Adventure Bike Weekend's going on. They're like, oh, okay. That explains it. So I don't know how many they had. We never really got to talk to anybody out there. We got another video to put up of that. They had a pretty good obstacle course that they put up for people to try to ride. I only did 2 riders to kind of show you the whole path instead of watching a bunch of people do it, just to kind of give you an idea. But it was pretty challenging. Something they built out there at the full throttle for you to go on. You have to see it to believe it. But we'll be showing that soon. I don't know when. That's on the back burner. We got a great video coming out tomorrow, which is going to be on Devil's Tower. We're going to show you our way that we go to Devil's Tower, where we knock out about 5 different things in one day, where you can mark them all off your chart and make it a pretty much an all-day event. Leave early, leave sometime mid-morning, and you get back before dark with no problem at all. There's one more stop that we didn't do, but we'll talk about it. And it's more exciting during the rally than after the rally. So we're going to show you that. That'd be a really good video if you're coming out to check out, because it'll help you a lot. One of the things we have to change, because I've been watching videos on how to make our videos better, is we need to tell people more about what our channel's about. Because a lot of you are regular subscribers, you see what we do all the time. So you know what we do. But there's a lot of people that click on for just a few minutes and are like, what's these people talking about? Well, they don't realize we've already been out here. Monday will be 6 weeks. 6 weeks of videos, except for Sunday, which we do lives, that we've been putting videos out every single day on the Sturgis rally, or events that are going on in Sturgis. So there's just a lot of stuff that's going on. That's another reason to come before the rally starts. Indian just had a big thing going on there the other day. Had free hamburgers, free beer, free test rides. The Gas Monkey Garage. They had Trans Am show. Was here for a couple days. That was, a lot of you people like the Jackie Gleason impersonator.
Oh, yeah. He was really good.
He was right on key. So that was really exciting. But I mean, there's just a lot of stuff. Corvette rallies been going through this last week. I don't know if they do any events anywhere. We just seen their cars everywhere. They were at full throttle yesterday. It was about half a dozen cars. We've seen them out in Rapid City a half dozen. I think they just go out and do a lot of riding. I don't think they meet anywhere. So that was going on. Another bike going on behind us. It's like it's almost up. Sun's out now. Almost stopped raining.
That way it'd be a rainbow somewhere. So the sun's that way, so it should be over there.
So we do have a very limited supply of our Bob and Tam special edition stickers. You have to ask for those to get those. Otherwise, you get the normal one we've been giving out the last 2 years. We have very limited quantity. I have this style and I have one other style. I had 50 of each or 100 of each. I don't remember what I had now.
I think it was 50.
Whatever I had, 50 or 50, I don't know. Once those gone, are gone. The other one's the long one, like our name, and it says the same thing underneath it, the 85th Sturgis Rally 2025. So the idea is we wanted to make something special to give
just
away.
like that one.
Yeah, that's why I said it's just like this, but it's got this same thing underneath the Sturgis 85th 2025. So we give that so you guys can. I'm pretty good unless you want one. We're good.
Thank you.
So once again, you're checking with us, make sure we're good. Regular waitress got off. So this is the new stepped in one for this evening. So it's pretty cool. We had great food. I had a hamburger today. Did not make the top 3. We're going to talk about the hamburger challenge soon. What I'm wanting to do is my top 3 burgers that I say are the 3 best. We want to go back out there again next week and try them again and do them within a day of each other. So I can kind of reevaluate it and tell you. We'll give you some other ones that we would highly recommend. I'm not going to tell you who the worst was. I'm not going to tell you the ones that were the least because sometimes it can be, you just got a bad day. You went to a restaurant and just things didn't go right. Maybe they overcooked it or they let it dry out or whatever the case may be. So a lot of these places, we're only giving them one opportunity to be in this. So the only ones I'm going back to is our top 3. And then anything else, like today, I just ate one. Like I said, we hadn't ate that one here at One Eye Jack's or Loud American. I hadn't ate one at Loud American yet. We've been having steak tips. How was your steak tips? They good? So there you go. 4 times we've been here and had great steak tips. So that's what we've been eating here. So today I thought, I want to do a burger. I haven't eaten one of the burgers. And it was okay. Nothing great, nothing bad. I ate it all, and that's it.
Yeah, I'm glad I grabbed that one tater tot that was very well done because he ate all of them. Usually don't eat them all.
I didn't eat yet.
You had your half an apple this morning. That's all I give him for breakfast is a half an apple and a protein drink. That's all he gets. And his vitamins.
And so there's where we go. So we usually try to eat around 1 or 2. So it was like 2:30, which I don't even know what, we probably was close to 3 by the time we actually got our food here. By the time we got over here from Full Throttle. Because like I said, the Full Throttle was just so busy. Their kitchen, they only had 2 guys in there. And I don't think they're regular cooks. I think there's just some guys cooking them. When I walk back there, they only have 1 hamburger on the grill instead of filling it all up with burgers and cooking them all. So I don't know if they're just doing one at a time. Don't know. But I think they're doing it to have them practice. But today's a bad day because there's probably 200 or 300 people out there today, all want lunch. And so they don't start till about 1 o'clock anyway, serving lunch, where they should have started about noon. They would have probably been a little better chance of keeping up with it, where in that case they did. So she first went up to the bar and they said 20 minutes. And
I set my alarm.
So when it got to be about 15 minutes, I said, go up there again so that we would beat everybody else said 20 minutes. They go another 10 or 15 more minutes. And then we figured it's probably going to still take, but they said they were an hour behind. So the good chances we'd get the food again, we might have to sit there another hour before we actually got our food. So it's not the same guys that have been cooking the brisket, the barbecue, and the hamburgers they've been smoking in the grill. Not the same guys. These are guys that are cooking on a flat griddle inside the bar. And the one, if you watch Michael, he did a video the other day about cleaning that all up. Well, I guess on both sides of the restaurant, or both sides of the bar, there's some kitchen. So the one side, if you're standing in the back looking forward, on the right side, that's the vendors that are there all the time, that have the food last 4 or 5 years. On the left side, go through that back door, which you can't go through that door, but it's on the side. So actually on the left side of the stage, if you're looking at it, there's a little closet that's got a griddle and some fryers in it. That's where they're cooking that food at right now. So you got to order it at the bar, and then they bring it to them, and then they got to try to find you to give you your food. So we didn't do that today. We just got tired of waiting. I'm like, I'm not going to wait till 3 o'clock to eat. Because we were kind of thinking about, we're going to do it the live today from the Knuckle, but they have a band supposed to be playing today. So we thought, well, that ain't going to work outside if they got a band going on. Because we wanted to be there. Just figured it'd be another quiet place to be. Here, they usually have the music on, so I don't want to get dinged, which we may already get dinged because it is kind of loud.
They keep saying they can't hear it.
So I don't know what Beth said earlier, that you can hear it barely. But barely is too much.
Yeah.
It only takes a little bit for them to hear the tone, and that we get dinged, and it was a waste of time doing it, other than giving you the information. Doesn't get us any brownie points. So that's kind of what's going on here in Sturgis. The Sturgis Harley dealer, they've been getting a lot of new bikes in, a lot of good used bikes. So they got a really good selection. They got a couple hundred bikes over there already. So if you're in town, they kind of made a if you're going to the Sturgis Harley dealer, you can park on the side street that they're at, but across the side street there used to be an insurance office. On the lighted sign, it says Harley parking. You can park in that lot. That is for the Harley dealer there. That's where they do all the financing, and you'll sign your papers if you buy a bike. You're going to go over to that building and do that. That's what they got going on over there. We'll show you that, not today, but in a video sometime along the line, show you kind of where that's at. To give you an idea, but they won't have the parking in front of the dealership that they've always had before, where you can park your bike, leave it, and go through Main Street. That ain't going to happen this year. They've got the whole front set up for our new and used bikes. So there'll be some bike parking up against the building, like you always had, but you're probably not going to be able to leave your bike and go someplace else, because they're going to need that parking for people wanting to buy bikes. They are selling bikes. I don't think they've sold 85 yet. One of our subscribers
Brianna says they can hear the music.
All right, we're probably already screwed then. So let's see what we got here. If we can go back out and see what's going on out there. And so I won't know if it gets gigged. You need to get over here with your microphone.
All right.
And get over here before it gets too bad. Because it did stop raining out here. So that's a good sign. And call your microphone. All right. So while she goes and gets the rest of our stuff over there, and we're back over here. So I don't know if we've already gotten gigged on it or not. You see the sun's back out. Sturgis is good for that. You're gone. Where you at?
Oh, you need to speak that way. And now I'm all wet.
You're all wet. How come?
I set my feet.
Sounds like a personal problem, doesn't it? She's all wet. Now we're in the sun.
You want to switch sides?
I don't know. Don't matter. Is your microphone back on?
No, I guess I didn't.
So, yeah, I guess we'll switch sides. It is a little warm over here. So, we're switching sides here. The sun's out again. So you never know. You never know what the heck is going on.
Oh, yeah. See, now I dried your seat all
Thank
along.
you. Appreciate that. Taking care of me there. I don't have a wet butt.
No, I do.
The bikes are out now.
The weather's been so-so, David. It's hit and miss. Sometimes it's raining.
I've lost my sunglasses.
Sometimes it's, I don't know, it's probably under my purse there somewhere. I think I brought them.
I can't see.
So, yeah. Two-wheeling Tom's on. Some of these I've just been writing back and forth.
I thought neither would have came on today.
He's on.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. And if I don't understand any of the words, so fingers crossed. Okay, that's good. Sherry Kazon says, I never could hear the music. Might be my end. But there's a lot of people on their way out, and a lot of people that watch us, and a lot of people are saying thanks for the videos. New York Harley Rider, I don't think I wrote anything to you. Yes, we will more than likely be here next year, as far as I know.
At this moment, well, probably Sturgis we will be. Depending on how long we stay, because we're not going to do Rapid City next year, because we end up spending 12 trips back here during those 3 weeks to do stuff back here. We had to meet with people, talk to people, all the stuff. And it's like, and then with the rain and stuff, the weather. So we're going to figure out, we're not sure what Kathmandu's going to do. We are kind of feeling out a few other locations that we might be able to stay Somebody's got a driveway that said we could maybe stay there a couple of weeks if we wanted. So that might be a possibility that will be still in Sturgis for that. But we'll let everybody know by the time we get done with the rally here, we should be able to tell you within the first couple days where we'll be next year if you want to come and stay where we're at. Kathmandu's been really busy.
Yeah, they have.
A lot of you are going there, and some of you that's got tents and boondocking, they told me that quite a few of you call and say they're coming out, which is really great. If you get there early, there are some trees there. You can get a little bit of shade, but you gotta get there early. There's only a little bit of them. So it just kind of all depends on when you get there and all that. So, but what's bad about a lot of places that we can stay is a lot of these campgrounds do not open up until like Shade Valley. We wanted to go out there and talk to them because we did find out something in a minute. I'll tell you that people have been calling out there trying to figure out, well, I'll tell you now, that what they're going to charge for concerts because they only show a 3-day pass. Shade Valley, it is free to get in and see the concerts. You can get to the bar, you get to the stage area, but you cannot get into the campground. Free, free, free. Talk to the owner. If they give you any trouble, tell them Brian sent you.
That's right.
And he's the owner. And so we sat down and talked to him a couple hours the other day. He also owns Side Hacks and talked about all kinds of stuff. And so the campground's not fully up and going yet. And by next week, they said we could get out there and they'll give us a little tour of their stage area and what they got going on. But all their bands and stuff are posted. Most of the places are, if you don't go to our Sturgis page or our Bob and Tam's Facebook pages, that's where I try to post most of the flyers that are showing you what bands are everywhere. Pretty much right now, everybody's got everything out. So you shouldn't have any trouble finding it. So if you want to know what the Full Throttle's doing or what the Buffalo Chip is doing or Loud American, or I think Loud American's got theirs out. I think I seen that the other day. So most of them all, the Knuckle, the Iron Horse, all of them have their stuff on their Facebook pages. So
all of those he just said are free.
Yes.
Because Chad was just asking, they'll be here on the 28th. They want to know who has free music, but they're staying in Rapid City. So some of these venues have music a little bit earlier in the evening, still about 8 o'clock. So driving home is still going to be in the dark.
But there's a lot of downtown here during the afternoon. I think every day is going to be a band out here on Main Street down at Harley Square. So there's bands there. There's a lot of other venues. Sometimes out here at Loud American, they have a band that comes in usually early in the afternoon because a lot of these places know that people are going to leave. They're going to go to the concerts at night. So they'll just like over here at One Eye Jacks. It might be the same band all the time, but I don't remember what she said.
I think they've got 3 bands coming in and they're all playing like one's playing the 1st through the 3rd, and the other one's playing the 4th through the 6th, and then the last one's playing the last.
And also at kickstands, they got bands now. They are charging once the rally starts. It costs to get in there, so you can't see free concert. We've never got to talk to him yet and find out if you're inside the restaurant if they're going to chase you out of the bar when it comes 6 o'clock. We don't know that yet. We haven't been able to pin him down, so we don't want to say anything. Side Hacks over here, they're going to have music during the day too. So there's a lot of places that are free during the day.
Can I get a banner there?
What?
I was going to put our email up. Is it the 3 dots? Because it's usually up here. Oh, there it is, banners. All right. I'm going to put up our email. And then that way, if there's a few of you that said that they want to meet us, there, Bob, that one. So if you want to meet us, email us your phone number. I will send you our phone number, and then we'll try to meet up. Next week, we're hoping to have pretty much a schedule of where we're going to be, what we're going to be doing, and our meet and greets. So that's our plan for next week. I've been kind of trying to write down things that are going on. We might be doing a couple of videos. I wanted to write down, but there's so much stuff going on. It's just so hard to do. I was thinking we could do like Friday and Saturday and do a video and tell you everything that's going to go on and put that up the day before. And then the 3rd and 4th, and then so on and so forth. But I'm going to miss something. And
there's a lot of things. I've been looking at a lot of these websites. There's a lot of bike rides this year. But there's a lot of them that I actually went on the city's page this morning. They said they got a big old list, but they don't have the one over there that Billy Lane's going to be in. It's not on their list. So
and that's a free one.
Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff that it's hard to pin all that down. So we're going to go talk to the Iron Horse tomorrow. So we should be able to find that out from them. You can go and talk to. We did a video on the Buffalo Chips. So you see all the events that Buffalo Chips going on. That video came out. It's a long one, but some people really liked it. It had a lot of really good information and stuff on it. You should go back and look at a lot of these videos because if you're coming out, even if you've been coming out here, it's like
Doing the Chiefs right.
I've told people before when we've been out here, we used to pass cards out all the time. I don't know if we'll have time this year to do it again or not. But somebody would say, "Oh, I've been coming out 40 years," and I used to always say, "Well, you know what Moonshine Gulch is at?" No, I said, "Then you don't know everything that's out here." You know, just like the fried chicken place that we found that you did. Then a couple of the YouTubers I see have gone down and took advantage of our finding, which I guess it's a compliment when somebody steals our secret that we tell you that they carry it on. Which I don't have a problem with that.
We just want to get the word out.
And nobody's going to do everything that we do. We've got such a great connection, especially here in Sturgis. There really isn't a bar on this street that doesn't know who we are, or we've already talked to the owner. It's just like here. They've been asking us, not hounding us, but they've been asking us, when are you guys going to do it live from here? When are you going to do it live from
They
here?
came in here and several times, but we've done
We did one. We did one from here the other day. But most of the time we don't. We've been over at the Full Throttle. And we just thought, so much stuff's going on. It's not a fact. Today they're doing all the grand prize winners. They're giving away full VIP tickets for all the shows. A lot of stuff going on. But I usually film a lot of times during the day. I film a lot of the guys working. Well, they really got a slow start today. It was already about 3 o'clock when I finally started seeing some of them starting to move around. And they're building some more of the decking, but just not enough to show you from the video I put out yesterday. Not a lot has happened since yesterday. So probably in the next day or two, probably by Tuesday, we'll probably go back out there. And by then they should have the concrete truck will probably be out again if it doesn't rain. They should be doing that. Monday, we're hoping to do some riding again. We have a ride we want to do to show you, to see if you've ever gone on this ride. Another one that a couple people told us about, and we've never been down this road.
I think we've left. When we've left Sturgis, we've went this way, I believe. But we'll see when we get there. So XM Bikers on, and yes, David Eastwood, we are doing the police chief's ride, but if anybody wants to do that one, it's the Wednesday before the rally starts. So if you're not coming out till Friday, you won't be here for that ride. But if you're coming early, you can do it. Just go on the Facebook page and sign up. The City of Sturgis Facebook page. Neil says, don't forget to hit that button and ring the bell. Hit the thumbs up and ring the bell. We are first timers and can't wait, Chad says. Harry's on. I don't know, I can't see very well. Harry, yeah. And Dean's on. And Tammy's the one that wanted to know about maybe meeting up. So that's our email here. Like I said, just go ahead and email us your number, and I'll text you back our number, and then
you can text.
You can text us. Yeah, don't call on that phone. That phone really doesn't ring and doesn't tell me if I've got a missed call either. Dean's on.
If you've emailed us and I've responded to you, don't hesitate when you're here to comment again.
Yeah.
Because we get people all the time that says, "Hey, I'll be there on Friday." Well, Friday was last week. I don't remember. I don't even go back and read those old emails. We try to answer them right away, and we go from there. Supposed to be USA Today approached us and wants to interview us during the rally, so we'll see what that is. If they've been with us since 2020, you'll know what they tried to do us in 2020, which we're not going to get into today. But
no.
Something I want to talk about, Glencoe. If you're a Glencoe...
And Nicole's on. I asked her about it. She didn't say anything.
So Glencoe, what they're doing this year... See, what Glencoe does is a lot of people get in there, and then actually already starting this week, a lot of people will start showing up, especially the people that are staying in the dry camping area. They get there early, and because pretty much Glencoe, by Tuesday of the rally, most people are gone. Because they've always been known to come the week before, and they partied, and then they left on Tuesday. Well, this year now, they are charging anybody that's dry camping, it is $25 per person per day to come in early. If you got an RV, it's $50 per person per day. That started 3 days ago or 4 days ago when they finally announced it. A lot of people were controversing it. We didn't get confirmation. Finally, Glencoe posted it on their Facebook page and spelled it out and said, it's always been in your contract. I'm not going to say on here, we know why they're doing that. I will talk to Tony that stays there, and I'll pass on the information. If he wants to tell all of you what we know, what's going on there, we can explain it to you, but I'm not going to go publicly with the knowledge that I have. So there you go.
That guy was leaking oil.
Yeah, oil burner.
Yeah. Dean says, waiting for the rally videos and can't wait to see them once again. Thank you. Malachi's on, says, Chad, be warned, you will want to come back again and again. You cannot be there only one time. Yep. Cece's on. Are you coming down this year, Cece? He lives up in Canada. We've met him a couple times. Everybody's wishing Neil the best. Yep.
So
Neil,
just a lot of excitement going on already. Things are starting, especially now. Really, in the last day or two, like I say, some of the trucks are starting to pull in. You know, JP Cycles, I filmed a little bit of that. They got their big truck there. They got a bunch of tents already up. All About Customs pulled up. Dan Kite's out here. They're not working yet. Nobody's working on anything yet. Harley-Davidson's out there today. They're putting their scaffolding and all that up today. The trucks were just sitting there yesterday. Next few days, we'll see that happening. But I mean, every day we're going to start seeing more and more stuff come in. We're going to go out to the dealership on Wednesday. A lot of the trucks should be pulling in on Wednesday to get set up for Saturday opening. Some of the vendors, they let them open early. Like I say, Rick Rack will probably be open Wednesday or Thursday of this week already. So there's some stuff will be happening if you're out here early. I know Amsoil Adams out and about. I don't know when he's allowed to officially open, if he's set anything on his channel. I know he's out in Yellowstone or wherever he's at.
Grand Teton.
Yeah, somewhere out there.
They went for a ride out west.
Well, he went for a ride. She went for driving the truck. So I guess she didn't want to drive the Spider or whatever that is she's got.
I don't know.
So it's, I think Adam calls it a snowmobile on wheels or something. Something like that he calls it. So that's going to be happening. You know, Speeds hasn't showed up in here in town. We talked to Boss Hoss. They're actually getting here this weekend. They'll be pulling in next weekend. And then I think they said their truck will be here Tuesday or Wednesday. They're going to be out at the old, where they were at before, on the other side of LaSalle here, going on the other side of the highway. There's a Chevrolet dealer. They're going to be there. What else is going to be there is they're having the Gun Fest. There's going to be a whole bunch of stuff. The Sturgis gun shop and a whole bunch of vendors are going to be out there. They got some great prices on ammo and all kinds of stuff. Because you don't have to be a resident to buy the ammo and stuff. You do have to be a resident to buy a gun, but you could have it shipped to wherever you live, depending on your state laws. But
Mike says it looks nice out there.
It is nice and sunny now. It's pouring down rain a minute ago.
You weren't here about 10 minutes ago when it was pouring down rain.
Well, now it's a little breezy.
Yeah, it feels good. Maybe it'll dry off my back. Sonny's on. Hey, he says, hey, Deb.
A couple more bikes coming through. What time did we go to bed last night?
I don't know. It's probably 1 o'clock. It was late. Well, I don't know. And I really wasn't tired for whatever reason.
Well, we stayed out. The last night, which I filmed it, I don't know when I'm going to get it up, but they had a queen of a biker rally or something going on.
Biker bar queen contest.
There was 14 contestants, all variety of girls. It ended up being a 2.5-hour show. Lasted way too long. So by the time it was over, it was about 10 o'clock. We ended up talking to Fozzie.
Thanks, Michael.
Twisted Tea.
Billy
was there. We talked to him for a while. So by the time we left there,
did the camera around to show the audience, Jesse was standing right behind us.
Yeah. From Jackal. And so, yeah, it was, I mean, they had a good crowd. They probably had 50 or 60 people there.
I enjoyed it.
And there was a lot of the girls from Rapid City. One was from Wichita, Kansas. I don't remember where the other girls were all from. I don't think there was any girls from Sturgis, I don't think.
No, they were from Rapid City.
I said Wichita, and that's the only ones I remember. And most of the girls might have came from, well, so they were advertising on the radio station. So the radio station is actually in Rapid. So I don't know if they heard it more over there versus people here. I don't know what they listen to here. Maybe they don't listen to that station. But so, I mean, they had a pretty good crowd. It was the first annual. They act like they're going to do it again. If you're interested in the contest next year, let us know, because we'll tell you now. They had 10 rounds. And most of the girls had no clue what the round was.
Yeah, one round was the biker apparel. And so they postponed everything for like 15, 20 minutes so the girls could change. And then they brought them all out. And all but two had exactly the same thing on. They had
some took off more clothes. But like there was no boobies or there was no undecency.
There was no nudity.
But I mean, there was pretty much one had a G-string on, and I think there was two that had G-strings on. So there wasn't much to the imagination. So that went on, and it was okay. Like I said, a lot of people were there. It was a pretty good crowd that they wouldn't have had elsewise. But they were trying to do food then too, and they were having a tough time keeping up with the food last night.
Yeah.
But we already had ate, so we weren't that interested in eating, so we didn't check nothing out there.
David Eastwood said he's riding up this weekend. Can't wait.
No.
And Danny's on. Danny and Lori and Billy and Tara. I think I got them all right. Brian says he laugh out loud. He likes snowmobiles on wheels. His wife rides one too.
There you go. But yeah, there's just a lot of different things going on. Things are getting, like I say, things are building up. We're seeing a lot more bikes in town. We're starting to see some of the campgrounds that people are already starting to come into. Over at Kathmandu, we had about 6 extra trailers this weekend that came in. We got one guy, I think he's here for the whole rally. He brought a trailer. I thought he only had a side-by-side, but he's got a couple motorcycles he had in there too. He's out this morning with them on.
Yeah.
I thought somebody was stealing Neil's bike.
Bob got up and I'm like, what? And he's like, I don't know. He said somebody over there trying to
Start a Harley.
take Neil's bike. And it's like, no, it was the guy down the end of this.
But I didn't know he didn't have a bike out yesterday. He only had a side-by-side in his trailer. So he had that. So, but yeah, everything's just kind of starting to come together. We'll start seeing a little bit more excitement, as things get a little closer here.
Hi, Harry.
We're still looking for a couple vendors that we've seen in the past that we haven't seen show up yet. We're not sure what's going on with them. Your food buddy.
Oh, yeah.
And so we don't know. Go to more bikes.
Number.
There you go. Looks like that's a Fat Boy Low.
Oh, really?
Yep. Had a big wheel on it, big tires.
I like that big fat tire in the back.
And, but it was black, flat black. But it looks like she's
it.
coming towards you. Look out. I was just going to take a picture. She looked kind of scary there for a minute. Big old gal. I'm not going to film her. They don't know who I'm talking about. There's a lot of women scared here. I thought her hair was green, but she had a headband.
Oh, I thought it was green too.
Hopefully she won't come over and talk to us.
All righty. Bye, Beth. Beth's going to take off too. She said she's got
work to do.
A rally rental to take care of.
People coming in for her.
Yep.
She still got a trailer for rent. If there's a vendor looking for a trailer, anybody looking for a trailer, but I guess it's close to downtown here, so it's good.
Right on Main Street, she said.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
What's wrong with that? So yeah, if you're a rally person looking for a trailer to rent, we can send you to Beth. She'll fix you up.
There you go.
The phone number is on both of our Facebook pages. Some more bikes coming through. So yeah, getting a lot of bikes coming through now. The sun come back out. Got us a Road Glide, 2 Road Glides. Then we got us an old Thunderbird, about a 64 Thunderbird. That looks pretty original.
Yep.
Classic there. It looks like it's been repainted. Looks like it was a darker color before. There it goes again.
Yep.
Yeah, he rode around the block with his Fat Boy Low.
All right. Have to ask him if he wants to trade bikes.
You want an all black powder coat box?
Oh, I'll get it painted.
Get it painted. Whose money?
I'll find some.
So we're not going to probably be on real long today because 1, I'm really tired, and 2, I don't know if it's going to work out with all the music in the background today. A little louder than normal. Usually it's across the street. One Eye Jacks usually cranks their music up so loud. We worry more about that. But you barely hear what they got. But here, they got the outside speaker on here. I don't know if somebody turned this one on. I don't think they usually have this one on. They usually have the ones that's underneath the patio here. But they got this one on out here. So I don't know if they're trying to compete with One Eye Jacks across the street. Don't know what they're doing.
No.
So most of the places have got the grass cut. I've seen most of the campgrounds. Up Happy Hoyle got all their grass cut now this week. We were over there. We Ride and Rest. We just drove by there. They actually got all their signs out front, their flags, advertising the rally and everything. So I think they got a steak dinner or something out there. Certain evening, I think their restaurant's open or something. But pretty much everybody right now has pretty much got most of their maintenance done. Steel Pony's over there. They got some new campsites that they're setting up, and they got a bunch of new cabins that they're working on right now. I think everything's done, but they got to fix the road to get able to get to it. So we'll hear a little bit more from them tomorrow. But I think they still got some brand new cabins with bathrooms in them for rent.
Yep. Right
there at Steel Pony, where the old Full Throttle was, across from the Thunderdome, where Beaver Bar used to be. That's Steel Pony, where the Monkey Man stays.
Yep. So Joe Wolf's on. He says hi. He's from Montana. And Brianna's laughing at you, whatever you said. Chris Polly says, hey, Tam, what demo rides will there be other than Harley-Davidson and Indian? I don't know, because last year they had all those adventure bikes like the Suzuki and Kawasaki and Royal Enfield. They were all over there at the church lot. I'm not sure if all of those are coming back
I'm
or not.
assuming not, because flat track, but we are having some flat track racing
Really?
on the 4th and the 5th over at Jack Pine Gypsies. The quarter-mile track out here that they were talking to is not going to happen this year. Now, they are having races out in Rapid City at the track out there. So they're having races there. So there's 3 flat track races going on during the rally, but not on Main Street.
So Billy's on, Salty Badger's on. XM Biker says howdy. They're all saying hi to each other. Baggers and Coffee's on. Hello, everyone. See you all soon. All right. Safe travels. Any of you guys are there coming out? Safe travels. I know a lot of you are leaving in the next week, heading out this way. So be careful. And even if you're not coming out and you're out riding in your own backyard, be careful there too.
Oh, I don't know if we have any vendors that are on. Found out today that some of the big trailers coming in with out-of-state plates are getting stopped by DOT. They're looking to see if you're a commercial truck or trailer, even though you ain't got no name on the side of it, that are you hauling commercial stuff? Well, luckily the person we just talked to, they got pulled over, but ended up being the driver. He had a CDL anyway. But they just said it's just their personal stuff. They've got to prove that it's not, but they could say that you've got enough weight that you should have a CDL license. That's why I always worry about people that have people haul their bikes for them. There's a lot of people on Facebook all over that are hauling bikes. If they don't have a CDL license and they don't have commercial plates on that trailer, and they get pulled over with your bike in the back, and they run those license plates and they find out that bike doesn't belong to that guy, your bike could get impounded for some time. And then you would have to get your title or registration and go to whatever state they got stopped in to get your bike back. So once again, if you're having your bike hauled by somebody other than yourself, you want to make sure they have a commercial plates on their vehicles and they have CDL license. Without that, your bike could end up somewhere you don't want to know it. It may not show up at all. So that's why we recommend all bikes, because everything's all taken care of. They got insurance and everything. Some of these companies if you have to call your insurance company. Some insurance companies, if it's not your vehicle, they will not insure your bike if it gets damaged in that truck. The truck flips over, truck catches on fire, bike just falls over in the trailer. So once again, make sure you've done it. I know this is kind of late notice to tell you, but I've been kind of saying this off and on since we've had haul bikes hauling my bike. They've got all that. I didn't really pay that much attention until I started talking to them, where those guys all ride motorcycles. That's a requirement to work for haul bikes. You got to be a truck driver for, 10 or 15 years. That's another qualification you have to have. And so and they only haul motorcycles. They're not hauling furniture. They're not hauling cars, because that's what somebody else said was, let's say you're in a moving company and there's 100,000 pounds of furniture in front of behind your bike, and they hit a brake and the cable breaks and there goes your motorcycle. It's a pancake now. Don't have to take it to the shredder anymore because it's already flat as a pancake. So just FYI.
Beware.
That's right. Just be prepared, because you don't want to get here and something bad happens. It's kind of like we really push Midwest motorcycles. They rent bikes here in town, and a lot of people, like, they put an ad up and somebody put one up for Eagle Rider. Well, the big thing about Eagle Rider is, yes, you're going to get a brand new bike. It's going to have some miles on it. It's not brand spanking new, but it's 25. But a couple things you got to look at is they charge you for everything. You got to pay for insurance. You got to pay for towing. You got all these fees, taxes on top of your rental.
Okay.
Where you go to Midwest Cycles here, you're going to get a bike 24 or probably about a 20. I don't know when he starts out, but he's got ones that are a couple years old that you're going to get. And the reason he does that is because the more likely your bike's going to break down in the first 6 months to a year. If there's any bugs, any bugs in your bike. Where these bikes have all been serviced, they're ready to go, they've all been checked out. But once he gives you the price, that's out the door. Then he's also got towing, because that's one of the things we're going to talk about. Because my bike broke down. What are you going to do if your bike breaks down? Well, if you go to Eagle Rider, they're going to tell you to call a tow truck. Well, how busy do you think the tow trucks are going to be during the Sturgis rally? So if you're out here sitting on the side of the road, you could be there, which we've sat on the side of the road for 4 or 5 hours in California. homes,
Right.
waiting for a tow truck to show up. And that wasn't during a rally. So that could happen where now where are you going to take the bike to? You could take it to the dealership, probably is the only place you can get it worked on. So there you're going to take it there. It's first come, first serve. So if you're getting there in the afternoon, you're probably not going to get your bike worked on until the next day, probably. So
And then depending on what's wrong with it.
yeah, if they can fix it or not. Will they have another bike available for you? I don't know. Midwest Motorcycles here, they've got a mechanic on duty. They also have a truck that can come pick up the bike and pick you up, bring you back to the shop. Hopefully it's something simple. They can fix and get you back on the road. So there are some of the advantages. Plus, Heavy Ed there that runs Midwest Cycles has been renting motorcycles in Sturgis for over 28 years. He was renting motorcycles in Sturgis here before Harley-Davidson ever thought about it, renting bikes, and before Eagle Rider even knew they even were thinking about opening the business. Because Harley rented bikes first. It wasn't Eagle Rider. Eagle Rider took it over when Harley decided they didn't want to rent bikes anymore. So Eagle Rider and Harley-Davidson is two different companies. They have nothing to do with each other. FYI.
Yeah.
So there's the little spiel for today about rentals.
So Tammy's on, and this is our email. Tammy, if you email us your phone number, I'll text you back ours, and then maybe we can meet up somewhere. And if any of you guys that are out here that have our number, don't hesitate to text and say, where you guys going to be at? Like I said, we're going to try to hopefully next week have a list of what we are going to do or what we're planning on doing. That all changes. It's all subject to change.
So the question I have is originally we were thinking about doing a meet and greet on the first Saturday. Tam kind of looked at our schedule and said the first Friday, August 1st, might be a better day. How many of you, just say yes or no, are you going to be here on Friday, August 1st?
Would you be?
Well, just August 1st. Will you be here that you could attend something on August 1st? It would work better in our schedule if we did Friday, but I'm thinking that there's a lot of people probably coming in on Friday. That's my thought, but I don't know that. That's why I picked Saturday. But now, since she's looking at, we got a lot of things to do on Saturday, it's really going to push things for the first Saturday.
So Baggers and Coffee said, did you just say they're pulling over everyone who has a commercial trailer? It's an out-of-state plate, isn't it?
Yes, out-of-state plates. Now, if you just got a trailer you're towing behind you that's a regular size trailer.
He said that they're bringing their commercial trailer, but they're only hauling their bikes and not conducting any business. But it's their bike, so you should be fine.
You should be fine with that.
Hey, Bruce. Bruce is on.
You have commercial plates on the... Yeah, it shouldn't make any difference. You shouldn't have to have a commercial light. Yeah. You shouldn't have to have a CDL if you're hauling your own stuff. And they can look at the plates on the bike and run them and show that they're yours.
So Brian said yes. Chad said yes. Love Gun said yes. Marlinda said yes. Lisa and Joe, they said that works for them. Friday'd work for them. Mike said that they'd be here. Moonshine said they'd be here. Bruce said no. One no, and now
we're going to do another one during the week.
Yeah.
So there would be another one coming up sometime during the week, but our first one, we were thinking about that first Saturday. So now we may move that to the first Friday because it looks like the majority of you that are here are going to be here on Friday. So like I said, we're still putting the schedule together. We're going to probably do at least one or two more during the week, but we're going to tell you where we're at. So we're going to give you a good idea, like for the first Friday here. So if we've got, what's your first Friday? You remember everything. So we're going to be at the concert. We're going to be about 8:30 at night. We're going to be at the Knuckle on Friday night. They've got Jefferson Stars. Never seen them. Probably going to be there an hour or so. We're not going to stay probably till the band quits, but we'll be there enough to hear that. Before that, we're going to be out. We're going to go out to the Buffalo Chip. They're going to do their grand entrance.
We're going to meet up with the Badgers. The Badgers are going to have a big meetup. We're not going to ride into the Chip with them, but we're going to be there when they gather and meet up and be there with them. And then we're going to come out here to the
Knuckle. We're not staying for ZZ Top. Seen them, been there, don't need to be there. So we're going to do a little pre-stuff there. There's something else we're doing before that.
I know. I don't remember what it was. I got to look at my calendar.
So that just kind of gives you a little bit of an idea. Sunday night, we're hoping to be seeing Hank Jr. The last Saturday night. Now,
the Clydesdales on Main Street is going to be at 3.
Yeah. So we'll be down on Main Street here.
So we're going to be downtown. We'll be at the Buffalo Chip, and then we'll be back downtown.
Yeah. So we'll put all this on paper.
In the morning, we don't have anything. So we thought maybe that would be a good day to do the meet and greet.
Like do a noon to 2 or something. And that's what I was looking at Saturday. Come out the Kathmandu, doesn't cost you anything to get in.
They have a bar there.
They may have, well, they'll have it by them.
I didn't know if we were allowed to say.
They're going to have a full alcoholic bar. They just got a hard liquor license too. So whatever you want to drink. They got a food truck that'll be out there. So if you want to come out there and have lunch, I say from noon to 2, we'll be out there. We'll try to have, that'll probably be the only day that we give anything away. We got to get it with Twisted Tea, get some stuff. We'll talk to the Harley dealership, get some stuff. I don't think we'll get anything from the city. City doesn't have a rally department anymore. So I don't think they'll give us anything, but we don't know. But we do know one person maybe will get some of the glasses.
The $10 cups that you have to buy to be able to.
We might be able to get 4 or 5 of those from somebody we know here in town that will give up. They have a whole box of them they got. And they normally give it to their friends. So we're kind of friends. We'll just give it to our friends to pass on to you friends.
Yep, there you go.
So we'll have some giveaways, but probably that Friday will be the only day because a lot of the other giveaways will be out and about. We're thinking about doing one out at the Full Throttle Saloon on one of the nights or days that we're there. We want to do something there.
The other one?
The other one, I'm not sure where. Well, we were thinking about the Gas Monkey Garage, but we haven't really been able to talk to him yet. But the way it's kind of set up now, they really don't have any place to sit outside. You'd have to stand the whole time. So I don't know if that's going to work. So I don't know. It might be 2 for sure that we'll do, one there, one out at the Full Throttle. We can probably get a designated area out at the Full Throttle and be able to have maybe a table we can all sit at and come by. Like I say, I don't know if we'll have any giveaways at any of those places, but you never know. Michael might give us some passes to give away or tickets for that night or something. Don't know. We haven't asked him yet. And we'll see what happens.
Next week, the burger thing will be done.
Yeah.
So next week, Joe or John, by Friday.
Before Friday, you'll know.
So Richard said they would be here. Baggers and Coffee said they'll be here on the 31st. Brianna said they'll be here staying in lead. They'll be here on the 1st. Michael said, yes, they'll be here on Thursday. So they'll be here. And Chip said he'll be here. And then CC said he'll probably be here. He's leaving on the 30th. So he said possibly he would be here on the 1st.
Like I say, we'll have another one first part of the week, probably. This Tuesday, again, we're going to be out at the Full Throttle. I have to find out what time it is. They're having an industry party. It's only a private showing of the museum and all that. Probably after that's when the museum will open. We have to see what time that's going to be. I don't know if it's during the day or at night. I don't know when it's going to be. We could maybe do
like around 4.
We could do our other meet and greet maybe on Tuesday out at the Full Throttle Saloon. And but like I say, that's just tentatively. We'll iron all this out in the next few days. Hopefully by Wednesday we'll have our whole schedule up to where you guys can see. But our schedule.
You're gonna go to that, the Buffalo Chip Content Creators. That'll be at 4. That's Saturday.
Oh yeah.
So we'll make a brief appearance there at the Content Creators, the Buffalo Chip at Camp Zero.
Yeah.
So
we're going to put all this down. By Wednesday's my goal to have our full schedule up. But everything is limited to change because sometimes things that we're planning on don't work out. Could be,
or somebody else is like, didn't you? I thought you said you were going to come to this, and we're like, oh my gosh, I didn't get it written down. That happens.
Yeah. So the idea is try to keep up. I'll try to keep up with the Facebook pages. Maybe try to do a post on YouTube and say, hey, we're now over here. Things like that. If you want to eat with us, it just depends on, you got to figure out where we're at during that part of the day. Because I don't know where we're going to eat. Just like today, we were planning on eating out to Full Throttle. Didn't work out, so we came down here. Ended up working out all right if I don't get gigged for music. That nice day, rained a little bit, but not a big deal. Probably didn't rain. We were all on here probably 10 or 15 minutes. And it's gone. Sun's back out now. Very beautiful. But I mean, it's not, we've had really only out of 6 weeks of being here, Monday will be 6 weeks we've been in the Sturgis area, 3 weeks in Rapid, 3 weeks here. We've only really had 2 days that got washed out. Other than that, most of the rain has been at night, 2:30 at night. It wakes me up.
Well, and the trailer's going like this. I'm like, geez, the trailer's.
The wind has been very windy out here this year. Very windy. Yesterday was tough. If you'd have been out riding out on the highway, it would have probably blew you around.
I know Sandy said she tried to click on the money sign, but there isn't a place to donate to us to pay for a subscription or listener.
It should be.
I don't know.
Are you signed in on YouTube?
Yeah, probably won't. Well, I'm getting her comments, so she's not on Facebook.
No.
Neil was on Facebook, and he said he couldn't leave a comment. That's why I switched.
I don't know. You got to be signed into your YouTube channel
It's her
for them
name.
to do it. Well, I'm just telling you,
Okay.
if you're signed in on your YouTube channel, should be able to do it. If not, go back out, go back into YouTube, and have it come up then, and then you should be able to do it.
Joe Casey says, "Hey Bob and Sam, like the videos about the limited edition Sturgis bikes." Yeah, one of our subscribers bought one. Yeah, he got
Number
number
11.
11. Yep.
Yep. We sold a bike over
Or
there.
how about maybe if one of you guys win that number 7 bike that they're going to give away? How
Yep.
about that?
Yeah,
That'd
so
be cool.
if you didn't see it, that was on yesterday's video about the giveaway bike. When it was in, I didn't have enough in the title. We're probably going to add that to another video because it didn't do it justice. I was going to try to put it in the thumbnail, but I had too much stuff in there already. But you have a chance to win a 2025. Is that a Street Bob?
No,
Well, it's 2025. It's not a touring bike.
it's
I can't think of what it is, but it doesn't matter. It's a free bike, but it's the Sturgis 85th
and
version.
they only made one of those kind because there's a couple of the ultra classics, a couple of street glides, a couple of road glides. This is the only. It's that one they just came out with.
I don't know. Somebody will come up with a name. But so what you do is you go visit
I want to say
all 5 dealerships that they own here in the area, and you get entered on at each one of those dealerships. So there's actually, if you watch the video, there's a map. You can also go to Sturgis Harley-Davidson dealer, and they've got the map there. And you can just go out one day and do that whole ride. You get 5 opportunities, and they're going to give that away. I thought they were going to give it away the last day of the rally, but they said now that next week they're going to give it away. So hopefully we'll still be here when they announce the winner. And so that's kind of cool if you want to, don't cost you nothing, but I mean, it's a good ride. You go out to the Badlands, you go out to Hill City, you go to Sturgis, you go to Black Hills Harley, and is the other one, is there one in, not in one in Spearfish? Deadwood's the other one. So it's not that big a deal, but you go around to all their little stores and they register you, no purchase necessary, no ticket, no nothing. And however many people do it, that will be the opportunity to do it. And we might go out and do that ride and get some. And we will be doing some rides during the rally. We don't know what they are yet. You have to keep up with us to know what we're doing, to determine what we're doing for rides. I don't know because I haven't looked at the schedule to see what's going on. Because we might do some short rides where we might be running out to Deadwood, or we're going to run over to Rapid City, or something like that. And if there's enough time, we might do a loop and see something else. But that's on that. I don't know yet. That's the other advantage if you came out early. We actually do a lot of rides during this time that we're here.
Lowrider S.
Yeah, there you go. Lowrider S is what it is. They're giving away 2025. So you can own one of those for free. Just got to go get entered into the contest.
So it's 1 of 26, but 1 of 1.
Yep.
Because it's the only
one that they're having that model done with the Sturgis 85th. And if you end up being one of the 85, which I don't know what number they're at now, but you could be put on a plaque that they're going to put in the museum to be honorary. What do they call that when you're the original person?
Charter?
Yeah, charter member that you would be of the dealership, which that's kind of cool. And so, yeah, one of our subscribers bought it over the phone. He bought that number 11. He wrote us and said, I watched your video. I love the bike, and I bought it. So I went in there and said, I sold a bike. I want my commission. So they went back and said, I didn't know his name, and she looked it up, and
it's a low
we told him what his name was.
Thanks, Love Gun.
And they're like, oh, yeah, you did say I do remember that number, that guy's name coming across and buying it. So he bought it sight unseen. So kind of cool.
We're not going to release the number 1 burger until we do the video. He keeps asking, what's the number 1 burger?
We're going to go back and do my top 3 this week coming up, and we'll make a decision by the end of the week which one, what is 1, 2, and 3, and then we'll give you some honorable mentions that we thought that we go back and think about that I liked. Because there is some that are kind of close. Because actually, out at the Full Throttle, if you get it from the smokehouse, it's really good. They kind of were going back and forth between 3 and 4. But cooking in the kitchen, I don't know. They're frozen burgers, so I'm not saying where they're at. We didn't eat it.
Yeah, so this was all the food that we've eaten out there has been from the smokehouse, not from the kitchens or not from the vendor that's going to be there.
Yes.
So if you go out there and you're like, oh, this food wasn't good or it was really expensive, it wasn't the same place.
So we're trying to find out, because right now they're really, I think they're starting to fall behind. I think they're going to get the stages all done. They'll get the concert area all done, but there's still a lot of little things that need to be done that I don't know if it's going to get done in time.
I got to get them guardrails up.
Well, they'll get those up. And but they're starting to bring in. If you're looking for a job before the rally,
You
they
want to
need
make
help.
a few extra bucks to help pay for your rally trip?
And somebody was asking the other day, is there a place you can come out and stay and work your time off? You might call out there. If you can get out there now to help them. I imagine the guys that are staying out there ain't paying for none of their camping. Or some of them are in cabins. I can't guarantee you a cabin. But if you brought your own trailer, self-contained, you might get electric spot or water. Well, most of theirs all have sewer. But you might be able to work something out with them on that. Like one person said, could I work it all off and not have to pay anything? You need to talk to them about it. You probably could if you're a hard worker.
Somebody was asking about bartending or working during the rally. I bet you if you call any of these places, somebody will hire you because there's a lot of people looking for help.
Well, the problem is a couple of things. One, you got to be somebody that wants to work. And that's the problem that they have out here, because I've been out at the Full Throttle and a few of these people have come in. Like one guy came the other day, which I thought would be a pretty good guy. He's slower than dirt. And, but I mean, and then some other, that's why I said you don't know how hard somebody's going to work. You're working out, especially if you're working out at Full Throttle, you're out there in the sun all during the day. So you're going to be putting in 12 to 15 hours. You're going to get paid for that. But are you able to do that? Are you able to do, and it's not, they're just putting decking stuff together. They got things to lift it. So you're not doing a lot of heavy lifting. It's not really, if I could do the work. Well, the stuff that they're doing out there, they're not digging ditches. They're putting things together. A lot of it's woodwork that they're doing, building stairs, building banisters. They're putting the decking down. They're screwing it in. They're not even doing hammer and nails. Everything's put together with screws.
Well, somebody we talked to, and he was trying to build something, and all of their drills, the batteries died. So he gave him a ratchet, and the guy didn't know how to use
He was
a
a foreigner.
So,
There you go. Give me a refill. I'm getting thirsty.
All right. Well, you went on over an hour.
Yeah. Enough to drink one more drink, and we'll probably go. Mine and yours. So you're gonna go get our refills, and then in a minute, we'll it'll last a little bit longer. So if you guys got any more questions, put them down, and Tam will check and see if there's anything she needs to answer when she gets back. We're probably gonna quit in the next 10 or 15 minutes. Been a long day for us. Like I say, we stayed up late last night. I got up early this morning. We had to finish the video from yesterday. We're doing something new. We had a lot of people that the ride we did that's coming out tomorrow's video. We put the map at the end and showed you the route we did, which I put on there and tell you where your turns. I think you said that, didn't you? When I did the map and I put the map at the end, it made more sense to you. I knew somebody told me that. And so I did that on the back of this next one. So see if you guys like that. It gives you a little bit more to where when you get, and people always say, where do you get those maps? If you're in the Sturgis area, everywhere's got those maps. Now, if you're out in Custer, it is very limited where you're at. All the Chamber of Commerces in the area all have maps. If you're coming in on the highway, the 90, eastbound or westbound, both rest stops have maps and all the information. You should stop at the one that's got that statue on it coming from the east. That one has it. And then the first one, when you come across the border from Wyoming, it's got it there. All the maps. There's people there to talk to you. They got a lot of stuff, a lot of brochures, a lot of stuff. They're all local people. They're good at answering you questions and stuff about the rally. That's if you want them right away. That's quickest place. But every one of these bars have them hanging up. Every campground's got them. Every convenience store's got them. I didn't go look at. We haven't been to McDonald's, but I think the buffet place, the pizza and pasta, I think they got them at their place. The Pizza Ranch, I think they got the maps on there. When I walked in there, they had a map on the table. So pretty much everybody around here, the city of Sturgis also has a Chamber of Commerce right there on Junction. They've got a lot of stuff. They've also got a lot of information if you're wanting to know like when the concerts are and all that kind of stuff. They've got that information there at the Chamber of Commerce in Sturgis here. So there's an idea if you're looking. That's probably the number one question I see on Facebook more than anything else. Where did you get that map? Like I say, one place I had a problem with was in Custer because we went down there to eat and I walked through like 6 stores and nobody had a map. But Custer's kind of, that's kind of far away. I don't know why they don't have them, but everybody else did that we've seen. So they're not hard to find. Shouldn't have any trouble picking it up. Pretty much everybody, majority of you should be coming down the 90. So there'd be where I'd recommend you stopping at. Check that out and get your map.
Google Sturgis ride map. You can download that.
Okay. George says you can actually go to Sturgis, type in Sturgis rally map.
I think I used ride map.
Ride map. Sturgis ride map. And he got one he could download on his phone. I'm going to have to check that out. You can also go to the app that we have, which is, oh, my phone's up there. I don't know if it's on her phone or not. Oh, it's on, I think it's on this. No, it's on this phone. That they got the app that you have to go and download it. It's not in the app store. That's not it, is it? Nope, that ain't it. I don't know where she did with it. Was that it? Yep, that's it. Let me see what it's called. You have to go to their website, and you can download this app. It's called the Sturgis Rally.app. Download that, and there's a bunch of stuff on there where you can go on there and see roads to Sturgis, concerts, venues, events. He's got rides. So there, he's got a lot of the rides coming up, which is the first one we're doing is the police chief's ride. We paid for that ahead of time. Oh, yeah, so he's got it on his phone. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. It's kind of got the sun in our eye. But you can download it.
Click on it.
Click on it, and it's on your phone. Saturday, August 2nd, we've got the Mayor's Ride. We've got the Medicine Wheel Ride and the Northern Hills Militiaman Ride out of Spearfish. Sunday is the Heroes Honor Ride, the Buffalo Chips got. Monday is the Buffalo Chips Legend Ride. Oh, I'm going to be there on Monday, so I don't know about our breakfast or our meet and greet on Monday. Oh, no, it's Tuesday. Safe there. Legends rides on Tuesday. Buffalo Chip Biker Bell rides on Wednesday. Pappy Hoyle has their ride on Thursday. The Buffalo Chip Risty Wallace ride and the Carrie Hart Good ride is on Saturday the 9th. I don't know. They might have the. How do they have these? Oh, they've got them that way. So the Legends ride is Monday. Yes. Right? Yes. So that's Monday. We may not do a meet and greet on Monday. So I'll be out there for that. So might be back on Saturday. So there's a bunch of rides. So you get on this app and all this stuff's on there. They even got a weather. Click here to get the Sturgis weather. If you click on that, Monday is the ride in Deadwood, Legends ride.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Do I have it on my thing?
No, I was just looking at his things to do.
Oh.
That kind of limits that idea of having a meet and greet on Monday because I go out there in the morning. So we may be back on Saturday.
Friday.
Oh.
It was Friday. We were
Oh.
do it.
All right.
Friday, and then Saturday we'll be at the content creators at Camp Zero at 4. We'll probably be there from 4 to 5. And then Sunday we'll be at the Bike Builders Breakfast at the Buffalo Chip and the Flying Pistons Breakfast. I always call it the Bike Builders Breakfast. And $25 to get in.
Or 20 online.
Yeah. And if you want, if you're not even going to be here, you can get online and scan that and from that video and
The Buffalo Chip.
And then you can bid on the auction there.
They showed you skateboards, but they have all kinds of stuff. That's where I got my handlebars at a couple years ago. I got them for half price. Nobody was bidding on them.
He got a wooden flag that was handmade.
For the Buffalo Chip?
From the Buffalo Chip, and he's got a Buffalo Chip sign that's signed by Woody, I think, doesn't he? It's all in a frame and everything. So we got a lot of stuff from him.
And that's some good deals there. And, there's some stuff goes for crazy money, but sometimes it's an oil change. Sometimes it's a helicopter ride out here. There's just all kinds of stuff. Some it's just a gift certificate from like Vance and Hines or something.
They're going to have a lady that was in Daytona. She makes custom-made cowboy hats. And she measures your head. She shapes them. She fits them.
Shaves your head.
What did I say?
You said shave.
Shaped.
Yeah. I said shave. You had to go in there. So you said shave your head. Shave your head for your hat.
I didn't know what I said. It sounded like shave. Yeah,
Shape.
she shapes.
Now she wants to say shave. Say shape and shave real fast.
I can't do stuff like that. So anyway, they said there's a South Dakota website. Don't forget the website that's here for the app. Oh,
It's better to hear you.
there. Now can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
But But they've also got an app. Don't forget the
I already told
Sturgis
them that.
Rally app.
I
Okay.
just went over that.
All
We were
right.
just talking about that because we were talking about maps. He said there was a site you could download maps. The Sturgis map there. So we went over all that where you can get the map.
Okay. There you go.
And then I showed we got that on rides and stuff. We talked about the app a little bit. So that app's free. But you got to go there. You can't get it in the app stores because you have to pay them something or do something with it. So you got to download it from. You can either use the web browser and just go look at it that way, or you download it on the phone. But what ends up happening is it has to be on your front page because it's not considered from the app stores.
Yeah.
So I like it on my front page because it's easy to find. Because
Just click it.
after the rally, I'll just delete it because I don't need it because it's only for Sturgis.
And it's only for this year. Next year it's going to
Yeah.
change. So
Yep, y'all do stuff next year.
there you go.
But I mean, if you're going to come out here anytime, you could use that app. If you're going to come out here, maybe after the rally, you're going to come out here in September and want to do rides, you can still use that app for rides, places to go, things to see. You know, the vendors won't be here and the rides that are scheduled won't be going on. But, got a lot of questions?
Well, I was just looking. They were saying all the places you could get the maps. I guess they were trying to figure out. Neil said he hit the $sign and he got a super chat. It's on there just fine. So I don't know. Ryan said, will you be doing Devil's Tower Loop? I don't know if we're going to do that or not this year. We haven't decided.
I don't know. We have to look and see what Wednesday's going on.
Wednesday morning is the inductee breakfast. That's in Deadwood. And last year we did it. We left from Deadwood.
Early.
And then, we left there at 11.
Everybody met us in Deadwood.
And then we left from Deadwood and went. So
we might. I don't know. Now, that's the ride that's going to be on Monday's video. That ride, in case we don't go, because a lot of people go, I want to go to Devil's Tower. They just get on the highway and drive to it. Well, then you miss all that great stuff along the way. If you've done the ride with me, you already know where we're going to stop at. But actually, we stopped at one extra place that's we never stopped at before.
Yeah. And so you have to watch the video and find out where
that's
that is.
pretty cool.
It is.
Would you like to see... It's not Billy Goodwin. What's the other? What's the ZZ Top? What ZZ Top died? What was his name? I don't know.
Billy Gibbons.
Would like to see a Billy Gibbons original guitar that he owned. His Spurs, his case for that. We're going to show you where you can see that at in Belle Fourche.
There you go.
And nobody knows about this but us. You can actually buy it if you want, but it's on display.
I see that, Jeffrey.
And it's the coolest thing in the world. We know the people that own the shop, and we were going to stop there anyway. And when I was upstairs, I'm like, holy crap, here's a ZZ Top guitar. And we went down and talked to him. And the match of it, Billy Goodwin, Billy Gibson, Billy F. Gibbons. Billy Gibbons has the match to it, where this gentleman is going to try to buy that one when he's gone. So he's going to
wait till somebody buys his after he's gone and then try to sell his to that one so they'll have a match.
But you can buy it now if you want. But you can see it. And it's pretty cool. And so when I see that, I thought, the person that's going to talk about it is actually one of the guys. It's the son that runs the store now. And he knew all about the guitar, where they got it at.
Dusty Hill.
Yeah, it's Dusty Hill's guitar. Yeah, Dusty Hill. He's the one that died. Dusty Hilton. Yeah, I'm wrong.
Yeah,
that's his guitar. It's his guitar. And it was done. It's a guitar that he played in the 80s when they were in the prime. So Billy still plays his to match to it.
Yeah.
So that'll be worth checking out, watching that video tomorrow to see where that's at. Heck, George might ride out there tomorrow. Go see the guitar?
Yeah.
Belle Fourche, you go see where it's at?
Well, he might be going on a ride with us if we go for a ride.
Oh, yeah, we're going the other way.
Going to a new place that we've never been before, and it'll be another ride that you guys can do.
Yep. Something to check out. A bunch of people told us about.
The Red Rider horses will be here in the rally, and the staff is staying at her friend's house. There you go. Yeah.
So we know that. So they're going to have the parade down here. They'll be down here on
Friday morning.
The
Friday at 11.
And then they're going to be stabled out at the Buffalo Chip. But there'll be some stuff going around. We haven't heard from Full Throttle when they're going to come out there. But normally they go to all the main venues because they're all sponsors of it. So we'll have to see where all the stuff is. Because I know I think the Patriotic Day here, Tuesday, I think they're only going to bring one horse down.
Okay.
And like they've done that before where they brought just a horse in. They had one like here. One time we were here doing it live, and they brought a horse up. and they kind of walk because you can't bring the whole thing down here all the time because there's bikes out here.
Yeah.
So they'll bring a horse down, walking down the sidewalk,
Hey,
and
Dennis.
you can check him out at all the different bars. But we'll try to get that schedule of where they're going to be from Budweiser. We have to get a hold of the distributor and see what's going on to get all the dates of where they're
I
gonna be.
tried that a couple of years ago when they were here.
Well, we got to get one of these bars that we know and to give us the.
They all say you need to go on their website, on the Clydesdale website, and they'll have their events. Well, I looked and looked and looked, and a couple years ago I couldn't find that. So Janice is on. All right, been on an hour and a half.
All right. Any more questions? Up. Somebody got a super chat.
Oh, Sandy did $40.
Super chat. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah.
That was in stereo.
Yep. There you go. So, yep. It's we've been together way too long. Too many years.
So anyway, I'll say thank you. So,
But yeah, it's pretty exciting. We're having a good time here. It could be a little less rain. The bike broke down. We're going to do a video on that and tell you what happened to that. And what we're also going to do is we're going to do I don't know how long the video will be, but it's going to be a video on what do I do if my bike breaks down. And so we're going to give you repair shops that you can call. We'll put the phone numbers up there where you can call, because some of these places might say, like the Harley dealer, first come, first serve. Well, it might be 11 o'clock in the morning, your bike breaks down. Well, you want to call them and say, well, how far out are you right now? Oh, we're already booked up for the whole day. Well, then there's no use calling your bike to them. Well, we're going to give you a bunch of shops that you can call and say, hey, what do you got going on? Can you look at my bike today? Will it be tomorrow? What are you looking at? So most of the places that we're going to give you are people that don't really take appointments, that you'll be able to be first come, first serve to get in. So it's kind of like us. When we broke down, it was like 9 o'clock in the morning, made the phone call to the shop. By the time we got the bike there, it was before noon. They ended up getting the bike done to where I had it for that night. We brought it back home. So it can be done depending on what's wrong with your bike. But we got lucky and it worked out really good, but we did lose one full day of riding. But
Say hi to Art.
Art who?
Art Garcia.
Holy, I come have a heart attack. I was just thinking of Art the other day. I haven't seen him on any videos lately.
Yep.
And you coming out when we get home? Come on for Tam's birthday, because nobody's going to be here to celebrate her birthday on the 17th of August. We'll be at home all by ourselves. She told her best friend that. What's the difference if we were here at Sturgis or if we were at home? Same people's going to be there, me and her. So come out on the 17th. You can celebrate her birthday with us. Whatever day that's on. What day is that on?
I have no
You don't even know when your birthday is?
No, I don't. I know what day it's on, but I don't know.
Clydesdale schedules online.
Oh, we got the Clydesdale.
Oh, there you go.
George Fountain.
On Sunday. There
There you go, Art. You can come out. So here's what the Clydesdales are. Friday, August 1st, opening day ceremony from 3 to 5. The full hitch team will be downtown, Main Street. Saturday, the Buffalo Chip, they will have it at 5:30 at night to 7:30 at night at the Buffalo Chip. That's when I think they're going to ride into the stadium. They usually ride in that night. Monday the 4th, they're going to be at the Full Throttle Saloon from 5 to 7, the full hitch team. We're going to have single horsies on Tuesday for Military Appreciation Day at 2 p.m. Wednesday, we're going to have another little single horsey that gets to come out. And he's going to hang out on downtown Sturgis, which will be bounced around these bars. And on Thursday, once again, the little single guy gets to come out again. They probably do a different horse every day. Give
They probably do.
You give that horse an opportunity to come downtown and look around and see what's going on. He's going to be at the Iron Horse Saloon. So there you go. And then probably on the 8th, they're getting the hell out of town because they got a game to go play in or something. You need to take a picture of that and send that to us. So we have that schedule. So there you go. We gave you the full schedule of what's going to happen.
I want to know what day we'll be home. We'll probably be home on
We'll be home at least
the 12th, if we probably leave the 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th. So we'll be home the 15th about. Thereabouts the 15th. If we get home any earlier, I'll let you know.
And then we're home till the rest of the month.
Yep. Well,
September.
till September 9th.
Yeah. That's what I said, the rest of August.
Yeah.
So.
Brianna, Leo's got to stick together. Yeah. Brianna says her birthday's on the 14th. Happy early birthday to you too, Brianna. Brianna Richards. So they'll be out here too. So anyway, we'll get our list together, get our stuff together, and figure out to
Well,
tell you guys
what our tentative plans are for the Sturgis rally. And one of the things I always want to tell everybody, just like here, we had a couple just walked up here a while ago and wanted to say hi to us. They see me walking through to use the bathroom. I got my Bob and Tam shirt on. And so they came out here and they were ones that actually stopped and talked to us. And then, you know, and people always feel funny because we've got somebody sitting at a table with us. So that's why I said, George is also a subscriber. So don't feel bad to talk to us when we're sitting, either if we're eating or if we're talking to somebody.
we always have time to say hi and
The only time you don't want to talk is if I've got the camera up and we're doing an interview. No, you want to wait till that's over. And our interviews don't normally go that long unless the camera's sitting on a tripod. Sitting on a tripod means it's a long interview. So
you don't want to hold
yeah, I get tired of it. Oh, you can't hold it steady enough.
Well, sometimes just doing our endings, he's like, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. And he's like, oh.
Hold it out here.
His arms are getting weak. You need to do some weightlifting. Work them muscles. That's not it.
40-ounce curl.
Probably
a 10-ounce curl.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyway, all done?
I guess.
No more questions. I don't see any more. Don't forget to watch the videos because there's a lot of good information on there, especially the next couple ones coming up. And don't forget to support our sponsors. They're the ones that get us out here to give you all this great information. Don't forget our bike builds for vets. If you're wanting to win that intelligent helmet, a $2,000 helmet for
state of the art
for a $25 chance, go to bikebuildsforvets.com and you make a $25 donation and you'll get a chance to win that awesome helmet. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Share it with your family and friends. Give us a big thumbs up. Ring that bell for notifications. We'll see you on the next video. And anywhere you go, if you went there because of us, don't forget to tell them Bob and Tam sent me here.
We're going to start looking for our sponsors again for next year. We're going to be talking to them this year at the rally. The other thing you want to do, you can't do it on this video yet, but any of the other videos that we've done the last few days, you can go down and find a list of all of our sponsors, their phone numbers. So like if you want to go to Speeds and you want to set up an appointment, you can contact them. Well, they've got a website that they do, but you can also call them. We got All About Customs with the handlebars, the fat tire kits, and the air ride. Joey is out here. We got Wide Open Customs. It's got the fairings with the radios and all that in for all kinds of bikes, not just Harleys. Their phone number's down there. You can get a hold of them. Camp Easy Ride, if you're still looking for a place to, hey, I can't find a place to stay. I don't want to drag a tent out there. You can go over to the Camp Easy Ride at the Buffalo Chip, and they do everything for you. They almost wipe your butt. They got bathrooms there, but they don't wipe your butt. But they feed you. Can get food. They got drinks. They got all kinds of stuff. Got a hot tub, cold tub, dance pool. Yeah. It's a whole entertainment by itself. You can go there and have the party of the life.
It's a party inside a party because the Buffalo Chip's already a party inside of itself. And then you go to Camp Easy Ride, and then that's just a party all its own.
And I think we got Midwest Cycles down there. I think I got their phone number in there. I think I put them in there. Got their phone number in there. One sexy biker chick. She's got the store down here. She's already open and going. Got a lot of new items there for the sexy girls that want to get something cool to be on Main Street or go to the bars or the contests. Never know what else contests we're going to have.
Yeah.
So a lot of cool stuff down there in the notes. Once you get to a regular video, once this finalizes and gets put up, it'll be down there. But right now, because we're going through StreamYard, it's not down there. There's nothing down there other than your comments.
That's right.
So with that, we're going to say adios, muchacho, and see you later, alligators.
So safe travels, everybody coming out. Safe travels if you're home. Safe travels to Neil. And everybody have Neil's in your prayers because he needs some help.
There you go.
We'll see you soon.
Bye.